Hello there.
Hi.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our video. This is Yeasir, and we have got with us a special guest from USA. Would you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Sarah, and I'm from Wisconsin, United States of America.
Okay, so today I'll ask her some questions regarding learning English language. As she's a native speaker, she'll tell us the scientific way of mastering English language. Sarah, you told me that you have been teaching English for several years. Yeah, right. So, Bangladesh is a country where English teachers, great English teachers, are rarely found. And most of the learners, they do not know what the process should be. And they don't know the scientific way of learning English language. Can you tell the learners, the viewers, how they can master English language?
Yeah, the best thing is to have the practical experience. Whether that's going to be watching the videos, listening to music, listening to foreigners speak, talking to foreigners, right? Getting the actual hands-on where you can listen to hear how things are pronounced and how it actually sounds.
Yeah, you see, Sarah uttered a word called pronounce. How you pronounce matters a lot. Most of the students of our country, they disregard the importance of pronunciation. How pronunciation is important?
Yeah, it makes a big difference of whether you understand it or you don't understand, and whether foreigners will be able to understand or not.
Yeah, that matters a lot. You see, whatever English you know, what level you have, if you pronounce a word wrongly, if a native speaker doesn't understand your English, what English is that then? An English or an American, a Canadian will not understand your English. Can we call that English, really? Well, now, Sarah, can you tell me how one can master good pronunciation? Do you have any practical experience of teaching in this field, pronunciation and others?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, is learning to listen. A lot of times pronunciation, it is talking, yes, but a lot of it comes with listening first. I was an exchange student in Thailand, and for me to learn the Thai language, I was practically living there. So I just heard the words coming in. Then eventually you can learn to repeat. So whether or not you can go to the US or to the UK, that's a different story, right? But the fact is you have many resources nowadays. You have different radio stations that you can listen to. You have the news, you have the newspaper.
You've got YouTube.
Right? You have YouTube. Yeah, you have so many different resources there that you can listen and learn to repeat. And I think the biggest thing is really just practicing. You can't be shy. You can't be afraid to be wrong. Because it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Well, you see, the same thing we say usually in the classroom. Sarah said that you have to listen first. That is called your input skill. If you don't have input skill, you cannot expect output. So as much as you listen, and you listen to authentic audio, especially from the native speakers, you can pronounce better. Yeah. She said another thing, that don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes, as we say in the TESOL family, that mistakes are our syllabus. Yeah. So native speakers, they appreciate the learners a lot. And our learners, we teachers, we say, don't make mistakes. Where is your S? Where is your yes? Tag your yes on your A. Something like this, ridiculous, funny in it. So make mistakes, learn, listen, process, and repeat. That's a great suggestion. Yeah, Sarah, another thing is, can you tell me, you are an international admission officer, and you are representing University of USA. Now, if a student knows better English, how does it help that student to survive in an English-speaking country?
Yeah, absolutely. It makes the world of difference. I truly believe that language is humanity, right? So being able to understand the people, the culture, how to get around, directions, how we live day to day depends on the language, right? That we speak and that we understand. And so it makes the world of difference being able to go into a country and to be able to speak, because it makes your time there so much more worthwhile. It's really value-added item. The value of language is, there's really no price you can put on it, because it's really invaluable, because it truly is the way that you understand the world around you is how we communicate with each other. And that also is for nonverbal and verbal language. So just as much as English you might think is speaking, but how you also understand the movements of the people, and how they interact with each other also makes a big difference too.
Well, dear viewers, she uttered another point that's called non-verbal communication. Your body language, your eye contact, your voice modulation. You see, when we talk in our country, especially in English, we don't use body language that much. Before recording the video, Sarah and I were talking about the body language, about making mistakes. Sarah, what is the unscientific way, most unscientific way of learning a language? Our students, they try to translate from mother tongue to English. Is it scientific?
To be quite honest, a lot of things in different languages don't directly translate. It's not going to be word for word in the same grammatical direction even, and sometimes it doesn't even have the same meaning. What you can say in one language does not mean the same thing in another language, even if it is translated. So in order to understand a language, you truly have to understand it and accept it for what it is.
Yeah, sometimes I tell my student that whether the native speakers, they greet someone like this way, hello, how are you? And I'm fine, how about you? Do you say like this way?
Not normally. Normally that's quite formal for us.
Yeah. So they don't, and we teach spoken English this way. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. How about you? They don't speak this way. They say, hey, what's up? Doing well, doing great. So if I ask you, how are you? How do you respond?
I'm good. How are you doing? How's everything? How's your family?
You see, then say, I'm fine. Thank you. How about you? Then I say this way. This is funny. Okay, Sarah, this will help our learners a lot. Now, I want to ask you some words which are pronounced in British English in a different way, in American English in another way. How do you pronounce 30 in American English?
30.
Yeah. How do you say faster?
Faster.
Yeah. 20. How do you pronounce it?
20.
Yeah. Or sometimes it's a 20.
20. Yeah, 20, 20. Yeah.
She's better. How do you pronounce it?
She's better.
Or sometimes she's better.
Better, yeah, better.
It's
The
also
T's
better.
sometimes sound like D's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what challenges you faced while teaching a non-native speaker when you used to teach English, especially?
I think the biggest thing is their shyness, or their, they don't feel like they can just try or just speak. They feel like, oh, I'm going to make a mistake. And if I make a mistake, maybe they won't understand me or something like that. But like, you said, that's the motto. We just have to keep trying. And that's the best way that we can learn is, by listening, processing, taking it in, but also trying. If you never, you can read and read and write and write and write, but until you practice speaking it and speaking it normally and speaking it often, it will never quite be the same. So I just say you really just have to try.
Yes, Sarah, thank you very much for joining the studio today at TESOL Bangladesh.
Yeah.
And we are really glad to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.